Are you drinking too much coffee that is humanly good for you? Coffee. And then you just ended up with all of these coffee grinds that just get thrown in the bin. Is there something you can do with them? Hello guys, Meanderings of Moo here. Welcome to another video. So today I'm going to talk to you about making coffee face scrub. So if you're anything like me, you may drink a little bit too much coffee. I have a nice little coffee machine that you may have seen in some of my other videos where you put nice coffee grinds into it and then you brew through a filter. I don't know how it works. It makes coffee and there's grinds left. Don't worry, I'm not bougie. This is a very cheap little machine. It makes 1 cup at a time and it just uses ground coffee. But I was always getting so much ground coffee left over that I didn't really feel right just throwing in the bin. It almost felt like a waste. So I've done a little bit of research and found that you can make a nice exfoliating coffee scrub that you can use on your face. You can even use it on your hair. You can use it on your feet. You know, anything that just needs just a little bit of an extra scrub. It's really simple to make. Literally 3 ingredients, maybe 4 or 5 if you want to add a little bit something extra to it, but it doesn't really matter. So another reason why coffee exfoliators are so good is because obviously the coffee acts as like those little micro beads that are found in exfoliators. And unfortunately the majority of these exfoliators still use plastic beads, which are obviously really bad for the environment and wildlife. So coffee makes a really good natural alternative. And the actual grounds themselves make a really good exfoliator because they stay quite hard, so quite coarse, but they're quite fine. So they're really good to kind of rub and scrub into the skin to remove any of those dead skin particles and get into those spots, you know, that kind of thing. The caffeine in the coffee also helps stimulate blood flow, which apparently makes it effective against acne, eczema, stretch marks, and even cellulite. Don't know how that one works. Cellulite is normal, we all have it. The coffee itself is also the same pH as your skin, so it won't dry out your skin or, you know, do anything nasty to it. pH balance is generally important with a lot of products. The ingredients you will need. You're gonna need some freshly brewed coffee grounds. You can use unbrewed straight out the packet if you're not a coffee drinker, but generally the solution here is to be able to get rid of those used coffee grounds. You would need some kind of oil. So the recommendations are almond oil, avocado oil, macadamia oil, or some coconut oil. I'm sure olive oil will work fine, and so would wheat germ. So whatever you've got laying around that is a natural product, feel free to use it. You can also add in some sea salt or some Himalayan salt. This also works as a little bit of an antiseptic if you've got any cuts and grazes. Not that I really recommend exfoliating an open wound, but obviously if you've got a little bit of dry skin or a little bit of a scab that's kind of hanging around, feel free to use it on that. And you can add in just a little bit of sugar, just to add a little bit of tartness, a little bit of sweetness, and the sugar itself will also add as another kind of exfoliator in there too. And the final ingredient, which is a little bit of an option, you don't need it at all, is a little bit of essential oil. You can choose whatever essential oil works for you. I always like to use lavender. Lavender is a known stress reliever. It's also a potent anti-inflammatory, so it would be good to reduce any of that kind of puffiness. Another few good suggestions is lemon. Lemon helps with skin irritation and pore circulation. Also known for improving the mood. Another good thing about using lemon is that you can use fresh lemon, so a nice squeeze of fresh lemon in there will help with that. Tea tree is another good idea if you want to go more down that antiseptic route, because tea tree is a natural antiseptic. But when it comes to the essential oil, it's down to personal preference. Like I said, I like lavender, always have, probably always will. So depending on how much you want to make or how much coffee you have available to you, you can use 100 grams of coffee grounds, 2 to 4 tablespoons of oil, 10 grams of salt, 20 grams of sugar, and 4 to 5 drops of your favorite essential oil. So obviously this will vary. If you've only got a very small amount of coffee grounds, then obviously hold back on the oils. Go a little bit easy, maybe just a few teaspoons rather than tablespoons. And the same goes for your essential oils. Know the potency potency of your essential oil because you don't really want to fully overpower that nice coffee scrub. So measure out all of the ingredients into a bowl, combine them all together, then transfer this into a nice little jar. Make sure it's something that's airtight and will prolong the life of your coffee scrub. You can store this in the bathroom, but if you do want to prolong the life a little bit more, feel free to chuck it in the fridge. That also makes a really nice cool exfoliator during the summer. Generally, it's best to apply this in the shower or a bath because it does get a little bit messy. If you're just doing it over the sink, it might get on your clothes. Remember, coffee does stain a little bit if you get it white, but don't worry, it's not going to stain your skin. So massage into the skin in circular motions, little upward circular motions to just help with the skin and keeps it nice and lifted. Leave it on for 3 to 5 minutes. So you could leave it on while you're washing your hair, shaving your legs, and leaving it for this kind of time will allow for the essential oils to absorb into the skin and really make the most of using those essential oils. Once you're done, make sure you wash it off thoroughly. Make sure there isn't any coffee grounds left in your hair or anything like that, and your skin should be left feeling lovely and smooth. But like I said, this can be used all over the body. Feel free to scrub it on your legs or your feet. Some people have even made little like hair masks with it. Give it a try, experiment. But obviously do be aware this is a natural product. So if you leave it for too long, it will go moldy. Yeah. Things that go moldy in my house, they usually become a little bit of a science experiment. Sorry. So I'd say make enough for you to use probably within a month, 2 months. Don't make a massive batch and don't use it all and then not expect it to go moldy because it will go moldy. That's how it works. It's a natural product. It doesn't have those kind of preservatives in it that would come from if you bought it from a shop. So obviously do enjoy making yourself a coffee scrub. I enjoyed it. I think it works really, really nicely, and if you don't want to shell out for a really expensive exfoliator or you are worried about the plastics that are sometimes in exfoliators, buy a bag of coffee, get some oil and make it yourself. So I've been Meanderings of Moo, guys. Thank you very much for joining me once again. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Peace.